Wang Shu poured a bowl of blood on the street every day. Unexpectedly, there was a giant centipede on the ground. It drank the blood that Wang Shu poured to live. This place was called Hong Market. Livestock such as sheep, pigs and many other animals was killed every day here. People selling meat in the market were all influential butchers. Especially Wang Shu. However, Wang Shu hasn't been happy recently. Because his son went missing a few months ago. And then 20 other kids continued to go missing as well. While he was working, a boy ran to him and said that another child has gone missing. Who else is it? He asked. It's the sheep butcher's child. His child suddenly disappeared at night. Miss your son again? It's been a long time, so why don't you give birth to another one? I'm going to spank you if you keep saying stupid things. Or kill you to sell. Wang Shu angrily scolded the boy. Wang Shu only had one son, so he was definitely not happy when losing his son. His wife was just crying every day. One day, when he was wandering on the street, he saw a bunch of people watching a fortune-telling. The fortune-teller looked at him and said, "You may be sent to prison soon, but you can still get out." Although XIII didn't say anything bad, many people heard it, so it was not a secret anymore. Which made Wang Shu think that this guy was making fun of him. As a bad-tempered person, Wang Shu immediately started attacking the XIII. But it was not that easy to knock this guy out. As soon as he finished speaking, he immediately raised his arm and hit Wang Shu. Wang Shu got slapped, and when he looked back, it turned into a wooden arm. After that, Wang Shu held XIII tightly, but then got kicked away. He immediately came back to hold XIII, but then XIII turned into a wooden man. And then split water on his face. XIII was laughing on the back. Then he took out a rope and flew in the air. Wang Shu couldn't do anything more. So he shouted that I'll hit you to death if I see you again. Otherwise, I'll call you dad. Because of his son's loss, he was so sad that he got drunk every night. He didn't show any emotion at home, but he was really upset. Drinking non-stop would probably help him forget about the loss. After drinking, he walked home in the night. And suddenly saw a dead man on the road. Next, he even saw a bunch of centipedes carrying a child somewhere. Wang Shu held a torch to save the child. When he saw the child had bites on both hands and necks from those centipedes, he sucked the venom with his mouth and spat it out. He kept doing that until the district official and his soldiers came. They assumed that he was the murderer, so they arrested him. That many people you have killed are not enough, right? You still want to eat human? Bring him back. The official immediately brought him to the law court and decided the crime for Wang Shu. Luckily, the soldier proposed to investigate again, because the doctor said that those bites on dead people were from a group of animal that had the strongest venom. When somebody got bitten, there was only death. Li soldier also went and checked again. He found out that there were a lot of centipedes around the scene. Li soldier immediately saved Wang Shu from being tortured. He cut the shackles on Wang Shu's neck with his sword and took him away. Not long after, they got caught by the soldiers. At that time, many wooden men suddenly appeared, blowing smoke, lighting a fire and taking them up in the air. They ran away, so the two were successfully protected. It turned out that XIII helped them. A wooden man took them to a grave. Suddenly, the wooden man turned into a XIII. Wang Shu looked at him and remembered his words, so he kneeled in front of him. "Father, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." At that point, the official came and told them that he would bring them all to the law court. Li soldier raised his sword to protect, and Wang Shu was digging up the grave. After finishing, this terrifying scene freaked Wang Shu out. Human bones were all nested by centipedes. XIII said to the official, "It all thanks to you. If you weren't greedy taking people's money, this wouldn't happen. You're burying yourself. Don't allow people to get nearby." As time passed, this place would become where the monster hid bones. These bones belonged to the missing children. They've already become food for the monster. Wang Shu kneeled and screamed, "My son." Li soldier also kneeled and said, "We have to kill the monster to regain safety. Please show us the direction to save our..." Actually, XIII has already sent people everywhere to investigate a few days ago. Animal butchering existed in the Hong market for a long time. The ground has been soaked by blood, and the smell of it drew monsters. The next day, XIII brought a big compass to find where the giant centipede lived. After finding something wrong, they forced it out by sulfur water and smoke until it exploded. So the centipede monster started getting out, which caused a big commotion in the city. The centipede flew to the sky. XIII screamed and led people to run away. The centipede was chasing them to every single corner and eating many people. Wang Shu immediately saved a girl when seeing her. Fortunately, XIII took off his clothes and threw them to the centipede to stop it from seeing. The centipede was crawling everywhere, and finally it reached the temple. This was XIII's plan. Shooting fire arrows, using rocks to break liquor bottles. The arrows hit the target. which did not only set those centipedes on the ground, but also the monster on fire. After that, the greedy official was burnt by the monster to death. XIII jumped with a sword and cut a line from the head to the end of the centipede's body, which made green blood flow out. The centipede died. XIII flew to the sky from the fire. What an amazing scene! Everyone cheered and clapped happily.